Hey guys, welcome back to another custom ROM review for Redmi Note 7. This time we have AxionOS based on Android 16. So I have been using this ROM few days now. It is working well and the UI has many changes. I will show you. And as you can see here, the setting panel is a little different than usual AOSP-based ROM. About phone, we are using version 2.3 Redmi Note 7 and other information Android 16. And the security patch level is from 1st January 2026. So this is a latest version of this ROM. The UI looks good actually. The control panel is also looking good. In terms of network connectivity, everything seems to be working perfectly fine, like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, BoLT and Bo Wi-Fi, everything working well here. I haven't faced any network related issue here. It is doing well. And we do get customization option called Axion Hub, and the UI has been changed actually. So as you can see here, it looks good. Theme section we get, and theme section is also new. As you can see here, we can choose UI style and icon themes and the battery theme. So a lot of things are new here. Also, we do get few things here like app icons and shapes. So shapes, as you can see. So the UI has a lot of changes. Lock screen option. So we get edge lighting, media hard, and pulse visualizer. UI features. We can customize quick settings, status bar, sound. So per day volume control and multi audio focus. Gesture. So in terms of customization, we are getting a lot here and the UI is looking good. And also we do get performance mode here. You can overclock or underclock the CPU. Do it if you know how to do it. Otherwise, don't touch anything here. And sidebar option is here. You can turn it on. As you can see here, it is also working. Wallpaper and style. The UI is also changed here. As you can see, looking good actually. So we can choose wallpaper. And we can get atmosphere. And also glass effect. So tons of setting. In the style section, we get color and upgrade. So upgrade, as you can see here, a lot of upgrade option. We can change the widget and we do get few option here. Shortcut and the clock option. So we do get few clock option. It is similar to Nothing OS like features actually. Looking good, as you can see. Display. So in the display option, we do get adaptive brightness, which is working well, and we do get double tap to sleep, double tap to awake, and all those features. And another option called status bar, where I can choose quick pull down option, system icon, and also clock option and battery icon. So all the customization option related to status bar are available here. And double tap to awake and double tap to sleep working well, no issue. Sound and vibration working well, and we do get Dolby Atmos and per volume control, which is available in the customization option, and spatial audio. Notification. So notification options are similar to all other ROM, nothing new here. Modes option is available. And in terms of security and privacy, we do get both face and fingerprint unlock. So working well actually. No issue at all in terms of security and privacy. And we do get few other options like private space, advanced protection, and more security and privacy, extended unlock, theft protection, and device admin. So these things are available here. Location is working well. In the app section, so we do get few options here, but no app log option or clone app option here. Battery. So the battery backup is quite good. I haven't faced any battery related issue like draining or anything like that. Fast charging is also working, but we don't really get any kind of features to limit the charging or schedule the charging. So those features are not available. Storage. So as usual, Android 16 based ROM will take around 15 to 16 GB of internal storage. System. we do get gesture option, buttons option, as you can see here. Few options are available. And device settings, so haptic feedback, ambient display, clear speaker, and thermal setting. If you want a little more performance out of this ROM, you can put it in performance mode. And that's all what you are getting in the setting panel, nothing much here. In terms of application, this is a GF's build, so we do get Google application here. And one thing which I don't really like here, as you can see, it got transparency UI, so you can see the background icon from the home screen on the drawer. So looks bad actually, and there is no way you can turn it off. You have to use different launcher if you don't want this feature. I could not able to find the feature to disable the transparency feature here. And the icons are a little different than usual, as you can see here. They are a little bit different. And the camera application we are getting here is Gcam Go, which is working well. I did try that. So pictures we can take and video. As you can see here, it is working well. And if you want, you can install a Gcam here. In terms of other features, so BoLT and Bo Wi-Fi working, but call recording is not working. Although we do get a application called background call recorder, but it does not work actually. I did try that, so it doesn't work. But other features like BoLT, Bo Wi-Fi, video call, all this working well. In terms of Google Photos, unfortunately we are not getting unlimited storage, as you can see here. And Magic Editor is also not available. But the editor is a little bit different, as you can see here. So that's all what you are getting here. So you can enable the Google Photos unlimited storage from here. So if you go to Axion Hub and Essentials, so you can go to Play Integrity Fix. Then you have to fetch the pixel data. Then you will get the option here to enable the unlimited storage for Google Photos. So that issue is solved. And now it is showing you have to reboot the device after that. So as you can see here, unlimited storage is available now. And we are also not getting any kind of safety net feature. That means bank apps and payment application not going to work here. So if I try to fix the issue, it will ask me to relog the bootloader. So as you can see here, but you can install most of the application without any kind of issue. Other features like we do get few options here, like sandbox option, which is kind of similar to private space. So it is available, or you can lock the application from here. And game space. So these things are available. Although we are getting FM radio here, FM radio is not working because Redmi Note 7 does not support FM radio. And we are not getting any kind of circle to search. As you can see here, circle to search is also not available. And lastly, in terms of gaming, so I did play Call of Duty as usual setting. I haven't faced any issue, no lag, hang or anything like that. Gameplay was smooth. And if you are a gamer, you can definitely try this ROM. This ROM is quite good in terms of gaming. And overall UI is also kind of new side. It looks good, although there are few issues. But the UI looks good and it's pretty smooth, as you can see here. No issue at all. And you can tweak actually, you can tweak a lot of things here and there. You can make it as you like. So that's all about this ROM. If you want to try this ROM, I will put the ROM link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.